Console is so great at this. Oh, it's amazing. Console is so good at this. When it wants to stay at 60 frames a second, it will. It does an amazing job of this, especially on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
You serious?
Okay, I get your point. Please, okay, listen. Shut up! Thank you. Now, I've already gone over why PC is better than console.
Cool. Awesome. Job done. No need to make another video. If you've already established 10 reasons why the PC is better than the console, then that's all you needed to do. Because when it comes to making 10 reasons why consoles are better than PCs, you really have to stretch. Not to mention, you have to insert opinions into those 10 reasons. And if people honestly believe consoles are better than PCs, hey, more power to them. Actually, no. They don't actually get more power, but you know what I mean. But like I said, if people prefer consoles over PCs, that's perfectly fine. But when you try making 10 reasons, and you insert as many opinions as you can into those 10 reasons, your audience begins to lose sight of what is objective. It's important to be objective when it comes to giving reasons. You're informing your audience, are you not?
Now let's go over why console is better than PC. On January 12th, I uploaded a video called 10 Reasons Why PC is Better Than Console. Recently, it's blown up. 8,000 some views. Yeah, that's blown up for me. That's my channel.
Not gonna lie, that video was cringy as fuck. And so's this one. But between the two, there's a clear difference in viewership and like to dislike ratio. Just because you gave 10 reasons why the PC is better, doesn't necessarily mean you need to give 10 reasons why the consoles are better. Because, like I said, when you try and balance the two, you're gonna have some trouble.
Now let me just say, I'm not a console basher. I love console. And if I had to pick a console, by the way, it would be PlayStation 4.
Well, at least you picked your poison carefully.
Let's go over 10 reasons why console is better than PC. Number 1, exclusive titles.
And there you go, making the same mistake every peasant before you has. Instead of saying, here's 10 reasons why I think consoles are better than PC, you say, here are 10 reasons why they are, as in objective reasons. So if none of the reasons you bring up are objective, then don't be surprised when you get some harsh criticisms. I'll try and take it easy on you though. I for the most part like you. You're a good kid.
Something console has over PC would definitely be exclusive titles.
And starting off at number 1, a subjective reason. Whenever I get into an argument with console peasants on this reason, they bring up the same games. And they often tell me, well, those games aren't on the PC, so there's a win for the consoles. And then I tell them, but Dota 2, League of Legends, Sims 4, those games aren't on consoles. To which they reply, oh, but we don't care about those games. Well, gee, has it ever occurred to you that perhaps PC gamers don't care about those console exclusives either? Or are you perhaps implying that only console exclusives really matter? Exclusives are all subjective, unless you're trying to make an argument that the consoles have more exclusives, then you'd be wrong.
Games like The Last of Us, Uncharted, Halo, these are examples that are just not on PC that are on consoles.
This is a poor reason because you're assuming that everybody will care about those games you mentioned.
I feel like consoles have more players than PC. Calm down. All right.
Hold on. You feel or do you know? I don't want to be dismissive about your fifis, but it's important to stay objective here. So, you feel that there's more players on consoles, but do you actually know if there are?
There are so many people that have consoles more than PC.
I'm very curious as to how you're going to prove that to us.
I go to a friend's house, is he like, hey, get on my gaming computer, let's go play CSGO? No, most of the time he's got a crappy laptop that was given to him by his mother. Probably something like, what, a Dell Inspiron? Or some crappy HP.
Oh, silly me. How could I have expected you to actually use statistics? Of course, you going over to your friend's house is more than enough proof. I'm such an idiot.
Now, my favorite game of all time is The Last of Us, and that was on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
You forgot PS Now.
You know how badly I wanted to get that for PC?
Well, it can be streamed to your PC, so I mean...
Oh, it would be awesome, but guess what? Nope, can't get it for PC, gotta have it for console.
It's 2017, and the fact that you don't know that The Last of Us can be streamed to the PC using PS Now just goes to show how uninformed you are.
Downside of owning a PC.
Huh, so there being console games that you can't play on the PC is a downside to the PC, but there being PC games you can't play on the consoles isn't a downside to the consoles. I mean, if there are specific games you can't play on both platforms, wouldn't that be a downside to both of them? In which case, why would this even be a point?
Number 2, and I know this isn't going to be a big one, compatibility. Now this one might be a hard one to grasp if you've never been a PC user. PC users, we have all kind of different components. We have a graphics card, a CPU, RAM, motherboards, all kind of different things.
Now I can see where you're going with this, and this for the most part is true. There are compatibility issues, and it varies from user to user. Not everyone has the exact same components, but because a lot of people do have these issues, they go to forums and they seek advice or help. And it is because of that reason there are multiple answers to these problems. I've mentioned this before. For nearly every compatibility issue, there is a solution out there that's easy to research and find.
Now when they make a game for PC, they have to take an account of all these different components and how they're going to affect the gameplay.
Yes, and it is also because of those reasons that we get better performing games too.
Now when they make a game for PlayStation or Xbox, they are going to have all the components listed, and it's going to be so much easier and so much better for the developers to make a smooth, easy gameplay.
Whoa, okay, slow down. I'm getting mixed signals here. Is your point compatibility or optimization? Because on one hand, perhaps it's true. Consoles do get better optimized games than the PC. But what does optimization exactly mean? 30 FPS, 900p, 30 FPS, 720p? Sure, the games are optimized to run at that frame rate, but that is not smooth. That's not good performance. If optimization means having to degrade the game, take away certain graphical effects, and lower the resolution to be more stable and playable, then yeah, I guess consoles do that better than PCs. And while it's true that there are compatibility issues on the PC at times, I still fail to see how that is a win for the consoles over the PC when you have to deal with such terrible performance.
Instead of on PC, when there is, problems sometimes. Batman Arkham Knight.
We just can't help bringing up Arkham Knight, that one game from that one time, and we're gonna continue to use this example, even though the game has been fixed and re-released on Steam and is now well received. But, you know, we got one example.
Number 3. Cheaper. Now this is gonna start a debate in the comments, and I know it. A computer can go very cheap, and I know that. You can make a good gaming computer for cheap, and I don't blame you.
Okay, well there's your answer. If you don't want PC gaming to be expensive, make a cheaper build. You said it yourself.
But when you can buy a PlayStation 4 for $230 on eBay, compared to my rig, which is $3,000...
Holy fuck! You're the last person that should be giving any advice on price range. Now, while it's true that you can get a cheap, used PS4 or Xbox One, you can find cheap and used computer components. Personally, I don't recommend buying used for either of these items. If something doesn't work and it's sold to you used, chances of getting a refund are slim. But buying something new will give you that coverage and security.
Alright, hold the video! He's boasting about his computer! Everybody back up! He's got a big computer because he's a YouTuber!
I can't figure out what part of the community you're trying to mimic here. I've never seen anybody get mad about another person's specs.
It can get expensive. Nuh-uh, you're boasting! No, I need these components to live stream and stuff. Just calm down. You calm down! Not everybody's got the money! Oh my god, you're annoying.
Once again, you said it yourself. It can get expensive, but it doesn't have to be expensive. The price range with PC gaming is much more flexible. You can pay a higher amount up front to get an extremely powerful rig, or you can pay less up front and slowly upgrade that over time if you choose to do so. PC gaming can match nearly everyone's price range.
Now, I love consoles because they're cheaper. That's one of the biggest reasons I love consoles.
If you buy a used console, used peripherals, and used games, and don't pay for online, then yes, a console can be cheaper. But it is also worth noting that you are getting what you're paying for. Restrictions, online paywall, poor performance, a limited library of games, a lack of upgradability, a limited amount of peripherals that can be used, and it goes on and on. But if you purchase a $400, $500, $600, or $700 PC, you're getting more than just the benefit of a better gaming experience. You're getting a machine that can edit and render videos, use hundreds of photo programs, edit music, surf the web on a browser of your choice, file your taxes, make games, and it goes on and on. That is something people often forget to bring up.
Not everybody has $900 to spend on a nice computer. One of the best graphics cards out right now is the GTX 1080, and that's what I have in my build. When it first came out, it was about $900. You could buy 3 or 4 PlayStations with that.
Or for those $900, you could have built a pretty decent gaming PC. Or better yet, for the price of a PS4, you could have gone out and gotten a graphics card that would smoke it. And in the end, the graphics card would have a higher resale value. But I do love how you brought up one of the most expensive cards, rather than choosing one of the dozens of budget cards that there are out there.
Now, I'm just using PlayStation as a reference, but yeah, Xbox is also a thing, and Nintendo Switch, and Wii. Plays Wii anymore.
Your attempt at humor is cringy.
Reason number 4, games can be switched off between friends. Now, I know the PlayStation has a couple restrictions with this, but in the main part with consoles, if you bought a game from GameStop and you're tired of playing it, or you just want to sell it, you get the game, you can sell it online, or you can just give it to a friend to play and enjoy.
Used games is one of the very few advantages consoles have over the PC. I can understand how pro-consumer being able to buy used games is, but it doesn't help the developers. Buying games used makes developers lose money. It's a morally gray area. It's something that I don't want consoles to lose because I'm all for pro-consumerism, but if you can buy a game new, please do it.
PC, if you bought the game on Steam and it's on your account, guess what, buddy? It's yours forever. Unless you do a family sharing thing, but then you're kind of giving a lot of trust away.
Is that seriously your excuse? You're just going to brush off the family and friends sharing system in Steam.
Number 5, mobility. Now, I know this might be a weird one, but for computers, it's set where you put it. You hate moving your computer.
Mine specifically? Well, no. Mine's about as easy to move around as a console. It doesn't weigh too much, and it's not set in specifically just one place forever. Occasionally, when I spend the night at my brother's place, I'll unhook it and bring it over there and just connect it to his TV.
Now, I know we've all been through the computer moving process, but when you take all the things out from the back of your motherboard, all the USB ports, all the power cables, it's just a lot. Console, you have a power cable, an HDMI cable, and a console.
That entirely depends on the person, not all computers. For instance, for me, all I simply have connected is my keyboard, my mouse, and the wireless dongle that I use to play on the controller. I do have the option to connect many more peripherals, but I don't, because I don't feel that's needed. Do also keep in mind that when it comes to mobility, people can build PCs around that idea. There are small form factors, and there are lots of people that do build their PCs this way because they have mobility in mind. It just depends on the person. What, do you seriously believe everybody has a huge tower PC?
You can move a console from your living room to your bedroom to the kitchen, wherever you want to go, in a matter of probably 2 minutes. Computer would probably take about an hour, so there you go, console users. I'm giving you that one.
An hour? I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, perhaps it could take you an hour, but I've never heard of someone taking an hour to unplug their PC and move it.
Number 6, reliability.
What?
Now, okay, I get it.
No,
I get it. Okay, don't yell at me.
PCs are not reliable.
Stop, everybody. God, every time I want to record a video, it's always you guys. Now I know this is going to be one of the comments as well. That's it. No, I'm moving on to the next one. I'm just going to skip it.
Thank God you decided to skip on that one, because you would have looked stupid.
Number 6, controllers. Controllers are way more comfortable than keyboards.
Once again, another opinion and not an objective statement. Do you see the problem now? Do you? This is why trying to come up with 10 reasons that consoles are better is a difficult task. In the process of trying to come up with 10 reasons, you have to insert your opinion as much as possible, because if you were to come up with legit reasons, it wouldn't be enough to match the 10 reasons why PCs are better than consoles.
Personally, I think that way.
It's not like you're even trying to hide it. You said it yourself. Personally, you think this way. So if you just personally think this way, how is it objective? How? How is the way you think and the way you feel a representation of everyone else's thoughts and feelings? How about we ask the pro MLG players, what do you guys prefer? Keyboard and mouse or controllers? But you might not want to ask them that question because it wouldn't benefit your cause.
I know other people, it's gonna be 110 times more complicated for them. Oh, I'm a PC user. Oh, I like to type. This is so much better than any gaming controller ever. Like, dude, no one cares.
I think I'm starting to realize why your video was disliked so much, and it's going to receive a lot more dislikes. Aside from the poor humor, you give no reasons as to why you think the controller is objectively better. You poke fun at keyboard and mouse users, and that's easy to do, I suppose, but you don't give any reasons. But you know what's the funniest part about this? Is how stupid you are in telling us how controllers are better than keyboard and mouse, as if PC players can't play with a controller.
But I feel like consoles have a better controller than PC does.
Well, I'm glad you think that way of the DualShock 4 and the Xbox One controllers, so I'm happy to tell you that you can use them on the PC.
Honestly, I use an Xbox controller on PC, and I know it's kind of crazy to think that way because you're a gaming computer, not a console.
I fail to see how that's crazy. Millions of PC gamers use controllers to play games. Sure, the majority of them, when it comes to the competitive scene, might use keyboard and mouse, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a common thing to use controllers on the PC.
But honestly, consoles, I grew up on console. I didn't grow up on PC. So controllers, I just find them better. Number 7.
No. Yeah, I'm not letting you get away with that one. That was a completely stupid point. How can consoles be better than PCs based off controllers if those controllers are fully compatible with the PC? Do you really have a $3,000 PC? Do you really? Have you ever gamed on a PC? Have you? I grew up on consoles too, and even then, I still play the majority of my multiplayer games on the keyboard and mouse. Growing up with controllers doesn't make them better. How you came to that conclusion is beyond me.
We're almost done.
Oh no, please don't end the video.
When you want to play a game, you get the disc and you put it in and then you click play. That's all you gotta do on a console.
Well, you skipped the part about installing the disc, then getting the updates, and then playing.
Let's say you want to play a game on PC. Alright, let's go ahead and click the game. Oh, I gotta download CSS. Oh, I've gotta download C++. Oh, I've gotta download Microsoft Pack number 3. I've gotta download this. I gotta download that. Why is there so much shit I gotta download?
What, downloads that can last about 3 to 5 minutes? Really? It's clear you're talking about clients, like Origin, GOG, Battle.net, and Steam. But even then, those are just one-time installations. Unless you're talking about drivers and updates, which, by the way, install themselves in the background. But go on.
Consoles, you just kind of put in the game and then you click play, so you got us on that one.
Can you really click play right away? Don't you have to wait, you know, like the rest of us?
Number 8. Consoles have far less lag than PC.
Okay, are you trolling? Is this a troll video? Because you got me good. Please tell me this is just a troll video, please.
Like I said, with all the compatibility, consoles are just a set of components, and it's so much more smooth with your experience than on PC.
Oh no, you're serious? My god. So that $3,000 PC, it's not real, is it?
Now, if you have a computer that is just not up to par with its specs, it's gonna lag. It's sad, but it will.
And usually for that to happen, you have to have a PC with specs weaker than consoles. So if you go out and build or buy a PC weaker than a console, that is completely your fault. That is not the fault of the platform itself.
Console is so great at this. Oh, it's amazing. Console is so good at this. When it wants to stay at 60 frames a second, it will. It does an amazing job of this, especially on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Oh. First off, these are consoles. They don't have a conscience of their own. It's not up to the consoles whether they want to run at 60 FPS or not. It's up to the developers, and even then, the hardware can barely manage it. Like Sniper Ghost Elite 4. As you say, if consoles want to stay at 60, they'll stay at 60, right? Oh wait, that's right.
A steady 60 FPS is so important to gaming. It's gonna lose the experience if it drops down to 30 or, God forbid, below.
Which they do quite often.
PC sometimes can run at 90 frames per second when you're indoors in a game, but as soon as you step outdoors in the sunlight with all the shadows, it goes down to 15 frames a second.
But as you said earlier, it's all dependent on the hardware within that PC. If you're trying to run GTA 5 on an AMD FX 4100, don't expect to get a stable 60 FPS. But if you handpicked powerful components to put in your PC, you can be reassured that you can run that game at a stable 60 FPS, or even higher. Meanwhile, on the PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One, and the soon-to-be Xbox One X, it's a stupid name, it's not even guaranteed you'll be running your games at 60 FPS on those systems. 60 FPS on the consoles isn't the rule, it's an exception, and the sacrifices needed in order to achieve that frame rate are much higher than the sacrifices made on the PC.
Console doesn't do that very often, so congratulations, console. You did a great job.
More mixed feelings here. I can't tell if that's a sarcastic clap or if you're actually applauding the consoles.
Number 8 or 9. I'm not sure which one I'm on. Oh well.
Well, you were never going to objectively reach 10 reasons, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
Consoles are so much far better on multiplayer games than PC.
You're an idiot!
A little research goes a long way, and that research could have really benefited your video. If you go to this website right here, cooptimist.com, you can use the search bar and see for yourself that there are more split screen and couch co-op games on the PC than on the Xbox One and the PS4.
Split screen is just something that is meant to be for console. It just really is.
Which is why it's dying, right?
I feel like it should be for PC, because when you have a dual monitor setup, it should work as a dual monitor setup for each player, but no developer wants to think that way, but that's okay.
Believe it or not, it is possible with some tinkering and a few downloads. Granted, it's not optimal, and I wouldn't recommend it, but you do have a good point here, and it's probably the only point I will give you credit for. Being able to play split screen on 2 separate monitors from a single PC would be really awesome. Unfortunately, there isn't enough support for it. But even then, you still have plenty of split screen games on the PC, and again, more than the consoles.
When you have a 50-inch TV, it's just nicer to split it down the middle and then you have 2 players on the same console.
Ugh. I mean, growing up I thought it wasn't that bad, but recently playing some Black Ops 3 split screen at my brother's place, eesh.
PC, some games don't even support it. Very, very sad. It's like they think PC is meant for only just one player.
You're not wrong, some games on the PC don't support it, but the same can be said for the consoles. And it's sad that split screen gaming is dying. But if you want the most split screen games, you go to the PC.
And sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes you want to play with like 3 other people on one computer, and you can do that, definitely. PC has the power for it, but I guess not. Console just does a much better job at this. So perks to you.
Well, if that was the case, then you'd figure there'd be more split screen games on the consoles, right? But
Now before I go off to number 10,
hold on, it's a cheap plug here. I'm just gonna skip that real quick.
I just want to say, if you like the video so far, drop a like, and if you want to see more content like this, please click subscribe. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm very proud of that, so enough promoting, click subscribe. Let's get on with the video. Number 10. More people have consoles than PC. It's the popular option.
Well, you didn't specify if they were gaming PCs or not, but even if you did, you'd still be wrong.
When you go to a friend's house, he's gonna have a console.
When I go to a friend's house, yes, some of them do have consoles, but you know what else they have? A PC. Granted, a lot of them just play CSGO and League of Legends, and occasionally some AAA games here or there. But nonetheless, they use that PC specifically for gaming.
He just is. Everybody has a console, all right? It's just a fact. Unless you're poor, like Kenny, off of South Park.
Ah, but of course. You have more friends that game on the consoles, so that must mean logically that there are more console gamers than PC gamers in total, right?
Very rarely you'll go to a friend's house and be like, hey, let's play a game, and then he pulls out his computer.
Wait, I thought you said that computers just stay in one spot.
Most of the time you're like, hey, let's play some games, and he either pulls out the Wii that his mom got him from middle school, or he'll pull out the PlayStation 4 Pro. which is awesome, by the way.
And it is from here that we can read, Destiny 2 will run at 30 FPS on the PS4 Pro. How awesome is that? Oh, and by the way, usually when I go over to a friend's house, he barely has any split screen games we can even play. So mostly when we do co-op, it's online, like everybody else. Besides, why would you need any other split screen game when you got Smash Bros? Come on. Come on.
So I'm not really sure how to wrap this up, but thank you guys for watching. And if you're a PC lover like me, please click on the video right above you titled, 10 reasons why PC is better than console. If you want to see the counter argument, boom, right there. Once again, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and if you want to see more videos and never be notified, please click that bell button by the subscribe. Very important that you do that. Alright guys, my name is DeadPixell, and I'm officially offline. Have yourself a good night and Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas. See ya.
My head. A word of advice to all my fellow console gamers out there. If you plan on making a video as to why there are 10 reasons, or even 5 reasons, why consoles are better than the PC, and you don't have any real legit reasons, then don't make a video. Look, there's nothing wrong with admitting that the PC is a better platform, just like there's nothing wrong with preferring a console. There's no question about it. The PC is better. It's been proven time and time again, and I'm getting kind of tired of explaining why. But like I said, it's still okay to prefer consoles. You don't have to justify why you prefer them. But apparently some people feel the need to try and find 10 reasons, and those reasons will always be based off misinformation, lies, or just their opinions. If you like your console, game on your console. Don't waste your time trying to come up with 10 reasons. Anyways, as always, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, and add me on Steam. And I encourage you guys to do all 3 of these things, because our Discord is growing and my Twitter is growing, and I'm running out of room on Steam for friends. I also have a P.O. box if you ever feel like sending me a letter, or some gay shit like that. Till then, it's been great seeing all of you in your gorgeous, sexy faces, and I will see you all again very, very soon.